Hi and welcome to the Azam Shop channel on YouTube, and I'm your host Mohammed Azam, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use the iOS 5 feature of Storyboards. Okay, so Storyboards basically allows you to quickly create the design, the navigation part of your iOS application, your iPhone or iPad application. Okay, so you don't have to use the navigation controllers anymore. So here we go. This is the Xcode 4.2. iOS 5 is already installed, and then when I say create a new project, it gives me single view application. So I'm just going to say single view. The name is Learning Storyboards. Okay, and this will be checked like use storyboard. Okay, so this will give you the opportunity to create a storyboard. And I'm going to create this project. So here we go. Let me expand that. One thing you will notice is there are no nib files, NIB, okay, XIB file. There are no nib files, and there's a storyboard. So let's actually open the storyboard file and see what it has. And you'll see that this is a design, kind of like a design surface, which allows you to basically create the flow of your application. Okay, so if I run this right now, you'll see that it will come up with like a default, which is this one, view with nothing, and the view controller that is attached to it is a view controller dot h. Let me just drag it over here. Here we go. So it's loading right now. I think it's still loading. Okay. And here we go. So we get this view. All right. So if you want to navigate the view, if you want to create a different, maybe a different view, and so if you want to create a different view and set that as a start view, what we're going to do is I'm just going to search for. Let me actually resize this because I know you cannot really see this. Here we go. That might work. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to say over here, let's say UI table view. Let's say that your application starts with a UI table view. Okay, so I'm just going to add a UI table view controller, and here we go. So it's added. I can click the negative sign over here to zoom out and see how it how it looks from eagle view or bird's eye view or whatever you want to say it, and you can just click the equals to sign to zoom into again. Now for a UI table, the UI table view, you also want a navigation controller, so I'm just going to select this, the whole thing, and go to editor, embed in navigation controller. So here we go. So we get a navigation controller, and you also want the UI table view controller, or the UI table view, the view that we just generated, to be the initial view. So I'm just going to select the is initial view, and you can see this arrow being added, which means that this is the initial view. And there's a connection between the navigation controller, and if you see the connection, it's between this navigation control, the bar will appear actually over here, and you can change it. So this is the table view. You can say over here, I don't know, customers. Okay. And if I run it, now you will see that it won't run the default view, but it will run my own view. Okay. But the cool thing is that how easily you can do some navigation. Let's say you want to add a customer. Okay, so what is this? Tab the toolbar button. Tab bar. What is that called? The button. Bar button item. Okay, so let's actually add that right over here. And identifier. Let's say add, because we're adding a customer, right? Now you want that when you click over here, it will go to a add customers view. All right. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to say a negative sign, and I'm going to say over here UI table view. controller. It's going to add one UI table view controller, and again I'm going to go over there and embed in the navigation controller. Okay. And then when the button is clicked, what we want to do is to go to this particular navigation controller. So press down, select this, the button, and I press down the command key, and then, is it the command key? Okay, let's see. Control key, sorry. And then just make a link between the plus button and the navigation controller for the add customer. And then it's going to ask you push, model, or custom. I'm just going to say model. So there's a link now. All right, let's say save. And just to differentiate between the customers and the add customers, just going to say over here, I don't know, add customer. Let's run this again. So I'm clicking the plus sign, and you can see that I immediately went to the add customer. So it's pretty cool. I mean, we didn't actually type a single line of code, and how quickly we added navigation to our to our pages or to our views. One click and drag and drop, and then you are now over here. It also gives you a much better idea of what's going on, because you can press a negative key, the negative sign, or the zoom out, and see what's going on over here. Okay, I do actually recommend that you have a very large monitor, because once your application gets complicated, it's not going to fit properly. So just drag this window out, and then basically like this, and drag it onto a different screen. You'll have a much better idea. And that's pretty much it. That is how you use it. Now, one more thing that they added is the ability to do static cells. So right now you have prototype cells, which basically allows you to see what's going on, basically. All right. So anything you want to do to create the cell, the custom cell, you can actually do it over here. Okay. Let me see if there is dynamic content, dynamic properties. Now this is for the table property. We are just going to set it to static, and you can see that it changed into this. Let me see how many sections. Section 1. How about this? Section 2. So 2 sections. Static cell basically means that you can add anything you want over here, and it will be for the static display. What we can add? Well, we can add like a UI text field. I'm just going to go over here and add a text field. And here we go. You can zoom, you can, and you can write like the first name, enter first name, and the last name of the user, first name. There we go. Okay. So this is the basic purpose of the static cells, that it allows you to add different sections, and then you can gather this data like first name and last name, and you can have a button somewhere over here, I guess, which will be saving. Okay. So let's actually add a button. Tab bar button, and we can also assign it a custom, let's say save. There we go. Okay, and I think you will also need a last name, so this is UI text field. So you can see how easy in iOS5 how easy it is that using storyboarding, you don't have to type any code, and you can create a navigation and the flow of the application so easily and so much faster. Okay, so that's pretty much for this video, and in the next video I'm going to cover that how you can pass data between different between storyboard segues, and basically save the data. Segue, this is called segue, and this is basically used to pass the data. okay, the relationships. Hope you like it. Thank you very much. If you are interested in donating to my channel, donations are always appreciated. Take PayPal donations. You can send the donations to adamsharp@gmail.com. Thank you very much and have a good day.